Barbershop conversation, guys. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget March 16th is going down. 14 tickets left. All right. I'll have the menu for you guys by Saturday. The menu should be locked and loaded. I'll post the menu. It looks pretty good. And I just March 16th. Click the link in the description box for the to purchase your ticket. It's going. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be sold out. Anyways, as I just got to finish listening to Fanon's and 78's video as it relates to Tank Davis, and I didn't do a video on this the past couple of days because I had my suspicions, and listening to them, it affirmed my suspicions. But first, I want to hear. I was listening to their channel, and we share similar sentiments as it relates to Tank Davis and his potential, and and we believe that he has a great deal of talent. 78 shared it, Fanon shared it in their individual videos, and I've told Tank personally, like I don't believe there's a ceiling on Tank Davis, especially, and I agree with Fanon when he said that, just based off his stature. If he can stay between 130 and 135, you know what I mean? Oh, man. Oof. He will be a terror because obviously Devin Haney's going to outgrow 135. I don't know when and he's still a young kid. Teofimo Lopez said he has one more year. His dad says that he will probably move up to 140. But it's just imperative that Tank Davis fully understands something. And this is out of like sincere care. And I know like Fanon and 78 share this with me as well. We want to see these guys become great, that have the potential to become great. And at some point, you have to accept personal accountability. And I know there's a lot of stuff that goes on in the world, and you got temptations. He's young. It was public knowledge, public information that he made $1 million last month. And he has a beautiful girlfriend, just had a beautiful child. He has the world in the palm of his hand in his eyes. Life is happy. I follow him on Instagram. I try and watch every story he does. All these boxes. I try and stay abreast because it's free information. And he seems very happy. I have no doubt that Tank appears to be very happy, and I haven't seen him since his fight. And I think the world of Tank's talent. Like, I genuinely think the world. I think Tank has a chance to be a very special 130, 135 guy. And no matter how great Lauren is to him, his manager, no matter how many talks Lauren has with him, no matter how many talks his trainer has with him, the primary, you guys know how I feel about personal accountability, right, on this channel, right? And what you gonna do on the 31st? I tell you guys that story so much. And every day in Tank's life is the 31st day of the month. You understand? Because he's wealthy. I should say he's rich. He's not wealthy yet. He's rich. He's dripping in jewelry. He's dripping in whatever he wants to buy. He has a Rolls Royce Wraith, I believe. And he's going to have to fully grasp the understanding that not everyone is in admiration of your success, you know. And I know you want everyone to be in admiration of your success, but they're just not. And it's up to you to have a level of personal accountability and awareness to fully understand that self-preservation is the law of the land, and don't put yourself in positions where you can fail. Like I always who did I tell this story to? I said, if you go to a strip club, right? What are you most likely to see there, right? The energy there, the types of people you're most likely to be there, right? All walks of life, right? But if you go to a business meeting in a high rise, what are you most likely to see? So you got to understand the surroundings in which you put yourself in and have realistic expectations. And I genuinely wish I would have got Tank Davis' phone number, because I would have shot him a text immediately, just because he's young, and and I know a lot of things happen to him, and I know I'm very protective of Tank Davis on this channel because he's a young kid, and and especially when I use the word kid, he was a foster kid, so there was a level of trust that he's learning to have, you know, and I'm just making these assumptions. I've never spent any time with Tank outside of like group settings. I've never walked down the street one-on-one with him, never really had any off-camera conversations with him, um, like definitive, you know what I mean? Nothing definitive, you know, just hi and bye, what's up, how you doing, when you leaving, when you staying, you know, and I'm one of the few people in his that's going to be around Tank for this long haul that don't want nothing from him but an interview. You understand? I don't want his money. I don't want his time. I hope that I can share some information that can potentially help him long term, and that's up to him to receive it. And sometimes I could be wrong. But recently I've been right. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So I'm talking about in terms of my investment adventures, you know, and I just want his story to end in Kennesaw and in the Nevada Hall of Fame. That's all I want for the kid. Like, for real, I mean, in the past 6 months, his life has been beautiful. Beautiful daughter, beautiful girlfriend. It looks like I watch his stories. Look like they're madly in love with each other, having a great time. They both have money, so there's no like bickering. I'm assuming, you know. And he just defended his world championship belt in impressive fashion under the lights in Los Angeles, California, where the stars came out and supported him, you know. And he has that it factor. Leonard Ellaby tells us all the time he has that it factor. The L&L boys, I'm gonna start calling them Leonard and Lauren. You know what I mean? They doing. I have no doubt they're doing the best of their ability. They can't be around the kid 24/7. They have lives. They have families. They only can, you know, reach out to him. And Tank is gonna do what he genuinely wants to do. You know, but I just want this Tank to understand. No matter what happens to your career, it is because of you. And um, um, and I know I'm talking about Tank, but this message should resonate with everyone that listens to this. No one is exempt from being held accountable for their own actions. You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I just want to say, do I believe I don't believe. See, I don't believe these allegations. And Fanon is the lawyer. He's the expert on these type of things. But I shared that sentiment. I'm like, a fight at an ATM. Somebody recognized somebody, or was looking over his shoulder, or something happened. You get what I'm saying? Fights don't happen at ATM. Like, I only go on ATMs at 12 o'clock at noon. You know what I mean? And if I go to the ATM, and if I have to go to the ATM at nighttime, there's two things I do. I don't take my wallet. I only take the ATM card. I put the money in my pocket and I go straight to the car. And two, I shared this with you guys before already. I never go to the destination in which I'm going. I always zigzag, left, right, up, down, left, right, BA, select, start. Remember, contrary, you get the 30 free men. And then because I want to see if anyone's following me. And I'm never taking out astronomical amount of dollars, $100, $200, because you only could take out $300 to $500 at ATM, right? I'm talking about at an open ATM at a bank. So, so it's not that I have an astronomical amount of money, but I'm protecting myself, you know. So, so Tank needs to cross his T's and dot his I's, and because man, I think Tank, Deontay, small. We have small, medium, and large. You know, we got Tank, Earl Spence, Terrence Crawford, whichever one you like, and we got Deontay Wilder, and we got Jared Hurd. You know, so we have some fighters that have that it factor. You know, I think Jared Hurd has a unique it factor. It's not the atypical it factor where, you know what I mean, but when you see him in the ring, you will thoroughly be entertained. Earl Spence, you'll be thoroughly entertained. Tank Davis, you'll be thoroughly entertained. Deontay Wilder, you'll be thoroughly entertained. So with all that being said, I just want this story to end well. And I know he has great people around him. Lauren, I've had private conversations with Lauren. Strong dude. He genuinely, like, like Lord is a tough SOB because, even though he knows me and respects what I do and has an opinion on what I do, whether it be positive or negative, his main objective is to protect Tank. And he does that to the best of his abilities. And I see it fight week, and he orchestrates everything that goes on in Tank fight week. And I admire and respect that. And then you have Leonard Ellerbe on the other side who's dealing with the stuff. And and I've said this publicly before. Like, I think Leonard Ellerbe, the things that he has to see, I know a lot of stories that I will never say publicly about what goes on behind the scenes and stuff like that. The things that Leonard Ellerbe has to deal with and then smile in front of the camera, it's he has to go through a lot, positive and negative, bad stories, good stories, great stories, and I admire him for that. You know what I mean? And he looks the part, and some things he might say you may disagree with, I've disagreed with. Yeah, all that stuff may be true, but the job he has, dealing with dealing with what he has to deal with sometimes, it's tough, and but above all of that, I say, Tank Davis, it's on you. And Will Smith said this very eloquently. It's called Will-isms, in case anybody wants it. It's a 10-minute video on YouTube. I guarantee you it will go on your playlist if you listen. It's called Will-isms, right? And Will Smith says something. Tank Davis, I need you to listen. You watch my channel sometimes. I don't know if you watch it every day. But I'll say this to you. You have to turn your talent into a skill, or one day your talent will fail you. And I want you to understand what Will Smith is saying. It's not just how well you move around the ring, how well you cut your weight to get in the ring, and how strong you punch. Because I saw you on the Fox. You outpunched Deontay Wilder, right? I saw all of that. But how you turn your talent into a skill is protecting your talent. And how do you protect your talent? Holding yourself accountable outside the ring, making great decisions. Working out three. Now you only got to work out 3 times a week for 45 minutes, 4 times a week. Go get on a treadmill, go walk. You just honestly just keep your blood flowing. Keep your body as youthful as possible. Don't let this old 41-year-old man be in better shape than you, Tank. You know what I mean? But anyways, man, I was listening to. I didn't do a video on it because I didn't believe the crime. I honestly didn't believe it was. Excuse me. I didn't believe it was a crime that had taken place, and I didn't want to talk about it. But where there's smoke, there's fire, and Tank is not doing nothing serious. You know what I mean? But it's like a gateway drug. Like they say, marijuana is I've never done marijuana, so I don't know if it's a gateway drug or not. But they say it's a gateway drug to harder drugs, cocaine, crack, water. I don't know that to be true, but that's what they say. So with that being said, we got to nip this in the bud now. And Tank needs to know that there are people actually who genuinely want the best for him and will hold him accountable. Simple equation. And I'm looking forward. I'm covering your fight in July for sure. I will be there. No lie. I think similar to like Deontay Wilder, similar to all these guys. Like I just want to cover them, and I thank God that I have the time and the finances to do it, because I genuinely want to be there and have a part in building their brand. Don't want nothing from them. Don't want no free shirts. Don't want no free meals. I don't want none of that from none of these fighters. I don't want to hang out with them in a club. All I want to do is expand their story, expand their brand, and then in 40 years, when they get indicted into the Hall of Fame, they shake my hand and say thank you. That's it. Simple. Don't have to say my name on the mic. None of that. Just say thank you. I covered your career from start to finish. That's it. Just a thank you. And I know, because everyone wants to be appreciated, no matter what they say or do, no matter how tough they are on YouTube or in print media or in Instagram. Everyone wants to be appreciated, or how tough you are in the streets, So, but anyways, man, I believe Tank Davis is innocent in this instance. I believe Tank Davis is innocent, and he needs to hold himself accountable, because where there's smoke, there's fire, and you need to Turn your talent into a skill tank and protect it. All right, protect. You got a great team around you. Your coach is cool. Even Kevin Cunningham, even your coach, Coach Calvin, Lauren, um, Leonard Ellaby, Sam Watson. You know, the list goes on and on and on. You got a great team around you. Use them. Be a resource to them. You know, you feel like you're doing something stupid or on the verge of doing something stupid, stop. Anyways, man, March 16th, breakfast going down. There's 14 tickets left, and when we announce the menu, dude, y'all gonna love me for this menu. Y'all gonna love and respect me. Y'all gonna love and respect this menu. So anyways, man, Barbershop Conversations, man, feel free to hit the subscribe button, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace. Oh, click the link in the description box and get your ticket. Hurry up. ASAP. ASAP Rocket. Peace.